I haven't started this girl since all-star break, once we got the building done enough to start moving equipment in. I think it fired up right away, but it hasn't ran since then. Obviously, it's been shoved in the back of the building. And yeah, so let's see if she'll go. I gotta find the old, where's it at? I know I got a good kill switch on here somewhere. There it is. On. All right, let's see. Bring it back a little bit. That feels about right. I think we're neutral enough. I don't know why that feels so hard. Maybe it just needs ran. Actually, it's... I don't know. Let's see what happens. I guess we can't start it. Oh, yeah! You know, now that I think about it, I ought to elaborate on what exactly it is we are doing and or preparing for. So I don't know how much you can tell here, but we got a low spot. Now, mind you, last off season, I took and built this barn pad for the warehouse here, and I excavated all this out right here, and you know, I took it down 10, 12, 13 foot deep, and pulled all the clay out, took it over there, laid it up, rolled it out, all that stuff, packed it in, and made a really nice foundation for the warehouse. However, all I had basically to backfill this with was topsoil, and you know, that's left over from the dirt bike track we worked on a couple days ago now. But if you look up there by the driveway, it kind of comes off, and it comes off about 10 feet, and then it just drops straight down. Yeah, that's from the 10 feet or so of topsoil that I used as backfill, without packing it, which is fine because I don't have any intentions of ever putting a building on this site, and so I'm not worried about having a legit foundation. However, I do like the idea now of bringing this grade up in front of the building here, bring it up, you know, pretty level, but still like sloped away for water drainage and all that, but eventually turning this into a overflow lot, an extra bit of parking area, something where we can put the older trailers and the stuff that doesn't really need to be under roof because it ain't worth keeping under roof. And so what we're going to do here is, you guys just saw in the last video, we went and blazed a little bit of a trail through the woods over there with the Bobcat we worked on. And so what we're going to do is go down that trail, which is right up and around the corner. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna knock trees over, we're gonna basically create an open, clear some room to be able to get the 320 in there, and we're gonna use the rock truck over here to bring in material and bring this back up to grade. Now the topsoil we pulled off the track the other day is gonna be perfect for the top coat, because I don't have intentions of actually turning this into a parking lot this year. We got enough space for now. You never have enough space, let's be honest, on a farm. But anyways, we're gonna bring this up, but for this year, I'll be able to bring up the grade a bit, take that topsoil and then fold it back over top of this, let grass grow, and then we can just mow it, maintain it once a year and call it good enough. So yeah, let's jump back on the dozer. I'm gonna throw you guys on a time lapse because I like time lapses, therefore you guys like time lapses. Maybe. If not, comment and let me know, and we'll make some longer videos, however you guys want to do it. I don't really care. So yeah, we're gonna go through there, knock some trees down and make some space, be able to get the big equipment in and out without scratching our fancy paint on our new hoe. Let's do it. shoot, grab a gear. There we go. All right, we've got 320 warning up. I guess I should back up and say, yeah, sorry, the camera died with the last video there. So we're gonna make our way out here. I'm gonna kind of show you what we're working with and what we're gonna do. Big ditch. We might make an absolute mess today, but that's okay, it'll be fun. Everybody likes playing in the mud. So through here, we basically just need a trail to be able to get the big dump truck in and out. We're going to be stripping off some topsoil, and well, I guess we'll start with taking the trees down first. Tried to take that one down last night, or yesterday, whenever it was, with a dozer, but I just couldn't get the leverage on it, and I didn't feel like digging a massive hole around it with the dozer to get it. But yeah, basically all these trees from like here, I don't know if you can see the one's got a little orange on it. There. We're going to take all these trees down. There's kind of a knoll in here for the ravine, and eventually we plan on putting a pond in here. But for now, we're going to steal some dirt from here to bring up the grade that's on the south side of the warehouse up there where the 320's sitting. And yeah, so we're going to get this all cleaned off today. Shouldn't take too awful long getting these trees down with the big hoe. And then we're going to stack them over there out of the way and see what happens. It should be pretty fun. It's going to be very fun. I love sitting in my big hoe. I can put it away dirty. Probably going to edit that out. All right, so we're going to get you set up here. I don't know if I want to do time lapse here or what. I don't know. We'll get it set up and see what the view looks like. I think time lapse on this camera. Let's do a time lapse. All right, let's see how that goes. Oh, my valve's half thrown. Oh, there you are. Must have caught it on a branch. I don't know if you can see me. crooked. Yeah. Let's try that. Close. Waste my time with this area. I'll come back in with a little dozer and the root rake, and we'll clean up the ground with that. It gets all the stuff cleaned out real nice. Hopefully you can hear me. The dang camera's a little far away. us making for one day. Let's go get maybe we're gonna get the T650 with the grapple bucket claw thingy and do a little cleanup with that real quick, and then we gotta go get the kids. All right, y'all, we're back here the next morning. We got the dresser all cleaned up, or not cleaned up, but we checked all the fluids and everything, and the only thing left to test right now is the battery and see if she's gonna start. But also, I've had this dozer for like 6 years, and finally, the fire extinguisher made it on here. Got that bolted on this morning, and hopefully we don't need it, but if we do, I'd rather have it than not need it than need it and not have it, or something like that. So, all right, let's see what she's gonna do. Come on, girl. No, she don't even want to try. Does the horn work? That works. Well, shit. All right. Looks like I gotta grab a jump pack. Okay, let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, come on, girl. Yeah, wait, no, put that there. Power on, I think. It might just be a faulty switch. I forgot that it had that issue. Just another thing on the list of shit to fix. There we go. Hopefully that exhaust ain't too loud, but not much I can do about that. Maybe once I get the microphone set up, it'll be a little bit better. Still moves, that's progress. From the warehouse to the woods where we're working now. So let's get in here. We're going to do a little root rake to clean it up. And I kind of just want to maintain and make sure everything stays, you know, as nice as it can be throughout this project. It just makes it easier for me to get stuff done efficiently, I feel like. It might seem like it takes extra time once in a while, but it's something that I think is worth it. So let's get in here, push this stuff up, and make it nice and pretty. All right, y'all, I suppose this video is getting too long already. Hopefully you're staying around and watching the whole video. If not, well, that's all right. You don't see this anyways. I think that's going to be enough for now. We still got to get in here with the 320, clean out a bunch of this little stuff here. You can kind of get an idea of the kind of the knoll of dirt that we're going to take out of here. And then, as you saw over here, I decided to cut a new little trail through the woods because I'm trying to think of ways to not run over the same spot every single time with the dump truck. I mean, that truck weighs 50,000 pounds empty, and fully loaded we're probably, well, this wet of soil, 105,000 pounds, give or take. So I figure we'll come in here. I wanted to make a little room, more room for the 320 to come in here and not swing around and hit the little brushy stuff. So we'll take a couple of those trees out, and then we'll have plenty of room to make the turn around and head right back out up there. So until next time, thanks for watching. Click the like and subscribe and stuff, and then we can get more videos out to more people, which would be great. So thanks, guys. See ya.